Welcome back to another episode of the Business Meeting. I'm Eli. This is Aaron and Breslin, and today we're going to be going over the 2023 NBA Finals, and we're going to give our predictions on it. Start off, I'm going to go to Aaron and see what he's got to say about this year's finals.
Uh, I've been wrong all finals, just about everything. I didn't have the Heat getting past the second round. I thought the Celtics would be here. Thought the Lakers would be here. Kind of made up this storybook ending in my head with the Celtics and the Lakers, but it didn't happen, and I'm very biased. But with that being said, I'm going to try to right the ship and be right and not pick towards my bias or not pick towards what would be funner. I think the right pick is Nuggets in six. I think the right pick is Nuggets in six.
See, I keep doubting the Heat, but in my mind, that just seems like reasonable. Honestly, I'm going to go Nuggets in 7 on this one because
Mm.
the Heat are kind of like hot right now. When you blow a 3-0 lead and then come back and like win the game by about 20 plus, I think you have a lot of momentum. And the Nuggets, well, I will say the Nuggets have been off for a couple more days. They've got time to rest, but also that getting into a groove also has like a thing to it. But I'm still gonna go Nuggets no matter what. I'm gonna probably say Nuggets in 7 right now. It's where I'm leaning.
I'm super excited for this matchup. I'm not gonna lie. I hate the teams in it. I wish we would have got some star power. I mean, Jokic is a star. Jimmy's playing great, but I wish we would have got the LeBrons, the Stephs, the KDs. But I'm just excited for the matchup because we get to see Eric Spoelstra, one of the greatest defensive-minded coaches of our era, against one of the greatest offensive-minded players of our era, Nikola Jokic. So I'm excited to see the chess match, see what type of zones, see what type of matchups Spoelstra throws at him, and I want to see how Jokic reacts to that. In my opinion, I think the Nuggets just have too much firepower offensively. As far as you look at it, if I had to pick a team and a guy to guard Jokic straight up, it would probably be Bam, just because of he's so athletic and the manipulation that the Nuggets offense does a lot of time, the dribble handoffs and the switching and stuff like that. Bam can play through that, and not only that, he's probably a top 5 post defender in the league as well, up there with like Triple J, AD when he's not on his period. And and I just think that if I had to throw a defense at Jokic, it would be the Heat, but I still don't think they do enough or bring enough firepower. No.
But no, what I was gonna say is my thing is like, yeah, I think Bam is a great matchup for the Heat to have on the Nuggets. But I just think that the Nuggets are so deep that it just doesn't matter because we saw AD kind of, or not AD, but like Rui and AD sort of kind of like stalemate Jokic, but that they were just so deep. They were just kind of hammering away offensively. When you have the best offensive team in the NBA, it really just I really don't think it matters. Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray are gonna they're gonna get theirs. That's all I gotta say. Aaron, what you got? What you got on this topic more?
Well, I mean, just thinking objectively, you drop game 6 in Miami, you fly to Boston, play the next day, somehow pull out a game 7 win in Boston. Now you're expected to fly to Denver and win one game against one of the toughest. It's a tough place to win. The altitude is no joke in Denver. I don't see a world where Miami takes a game in Denver and that'll push it to 2-0 going back to Miami, and then by the time they're back from Miami, they haven't had back-to-back off days in forever. So I just don't see a world where Miami pull this one out.
I will say the reason that the Celtics kind of like blew with their thing, like I guess you could say Tatum got hurt, but the reason they came back in that series is really just depth. And I just think that the Nuggets have that. Like they have that for the Heat, and the Heat just like don't compared to the
I don't
Nuggets.
I think a lot of the reason the Heat have made it so far is you see guys like they're shooting ridiculous. Like Caleb Martin, 27 points in an elimination game. Like, how many times are we going to see that? Tyler Hero might be back. We don't know. Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, all these guys like shooting 40, 35, 45% from three. I don't see that happening. I just think there's gonna be a point where you regress to the mean. And I think this is it. You're going back to Denver, like you said, Aaron. They haven't had the proper rest days you would want. I don't see it happening. If I don't think they should have beat Boston. I said it would go 7 because I didn't trust Boston. I don't trust Missoula, but I trust Mike Malone. I think he's one of the better coaches in the league. And I just trust this Nuggets team. I think they're a disciplined team, complete opposite of the Celtics. So I think they can handle business and chop it up in 5.
Yeah, no, it's good. I just hope for good basketball. I don't really like watch much of the NBA, but when I do, it's usually like the finals. But I really hope it's like good basketball because and I think you're gonna get that with I think that it's gonna be some close, and I think the Heat are gonna steal a couple games because they can kind of stop Jokic in a way. But I just think that depth, like I keep saying it, I'm gonna hammer it home because it's the truth. Because the freaking or the Nuggets have some depth on that roster. Freaking KCP just absolutely destroying it right now. Bro is not missing from three. And you also Michael Porter Jr. Did y'all see that Chipotle is gonna donate like 300 tacos or something like that to like something for every three hitting the finals? I'm just like Michael Porter Jr. is just gonna
No.
like absolutely like make them go bankrupt.
Best, probably the prettiest jumper in basketball right now.
Yeah, dude. He
When
pulls up and so rant like dude, it's like
he
he
doesn't care,
don't
he doesn't
care. He
see
don't
defenders.
care. He
He
doesn't
doesn't.
care. And I love that.
I would love to see him be shipped somewhere this offseason, somewhere like Atlanta, but I would love to see him somewhere where he can shine as a star, as a premier role.
Oh, you'd love him in Atlanta, wouldn't you?
For sure.
That's what I.
A guy like that can shoot and transition, drive, do whatever. 7 foot, damn near. Bring
Yeah,
him
dude.
home.
Yeah, get to the basket. He's underrated at the rim as well.
Hmm.
He's kind of just like kind of crazy where he'll do just like kind of pull up from anywhere.
Yeah,
Like
same thing with Jamal Murray.
they'll be in transition and he'll have like two or three. He'll have like it'll be like a two on or a 3-on-2 down floor, and he'll have a guy open in the corner, a guy open cutting to the basket, and he'll just pull like 4 feet behind the arc, and it'll make it, dude. And you're
And
just
when it
like,
goes
what?
in, it's so wet. It's just like,
Yeah, and hey, and that's how you get a crowd behind you, really. Like a big shot like that can just crush a team. But the Nuggets are fun to watch. Jokic is really one of probably my favorite players in the NBA right now, and I want to see him get him. I want to see Jokic get a ring personally because I like him. But that LeBron fan in me kind of doesn't want him to. But it is what
I,
it is.
I would like to see Nuggets ring MPJ Finals MVP.
Well,
That'll make me happy.
I'm a known Heat hater. I freaking despise them as a Hawks fan. I hope that they go up through. I was kind of hoping they blow a 3-0 lead, but I hope they blow a 3-0 lead in this series. I hate the Heat.
I'd rather see them get
Literally, my least
swept.
favorite team in basketball is probably the Miami Heat.
We got to think about it. I mean, if the Hawks get that 8th seed instead of the Heat, I think they're in the same position. I think they make it to the finals too.
I mean, they almost. I mean, if it wasn't for like the last like 2 minutes, they were kind of like sitting pretty against the Celtics, taking them to 7. And they already took one in Boston the previous day. I mean, if you take them to 7, I think it's a different story. But it is what it is. We're gonna have to regroup. We didn't have a team to make the finals anyways, or even win it. So
Yeah, I
I
don't think we
think
would have won it, but I just think the competition, the Bucks. I mean,
we got some
they
moves to make.
yeah, that's another episode soon. The off season for the Hawks.
Can't wait to talk about it because honestly, I don't know. Aaron, you got anything else to say?
Nah, man, I'm rooting for the Heat, but I think Denver's the better basketball team. They're better rested, so.
All right, with all that being said, this has been the business meeting. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.